Hey y'all, this is Allison. I was hanging out at the beach, and one of the page kits I had is to make a companion page for this calendar. And I had pulled some scraps in some of the papers I had for the calendar. I didn't have the frame paper that I used, but I had this textured wavy paper that I used a little bit on the other side. I had the same red paper that I used in for the title. And so I'm going to make a partner page with just these photos from July 4th of my daughter and I, just a sweet sort of mommy and me page. Even though I didn't really name it that, I just put the date on it because I didn't have a lot of room for a title. And it is just sometimes it's nice to do a partner page that just has pictures from the month, basically. So I had this already cut wavy sort of border strip using the Creative Memories border wavy trimmer, very old, and I had it sitting in my stash, this paper. So I decide to make use of it, and then I'm going to mat all the photos, and I just have to decide which papers will work and what I'm going to do. I want the two kissy ones on the bottom because they are the same size. And it looked weird if I changed it. So now I'm going to mat everything in white. And this page came together really, really fast. I got disrupted in the middle of it, but I think the total was maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. It was fast. So I do manage to fit all of my photos. I'm back. That was my dog asking to go out, ringing her little bell. So I'm glad I didn't have to use up two pieces of paper. I was running really short on white cardstock, y'all. I had plenty of 8.5 by 11, but no, I think I'm completely out of 12 by 12. So I had ordered some. It just didn't come in before I left. But I have it now. Hopefully it's decent. I never know. If y'all have a favorite, I like smooth for most things, smooth cardstock for my white cardstock. It's just easier if you're stamping or anything else, using it for other stuff. So if you have a favorite white cardstock that's reasonably priced, leave me a comment and I'll try it next time I order. It'll probably be a while. I just ordered a lot, and I mostly use it for backing paper. I don't use it as a base that much, but I do use it for cards, and I use it to mat photos mostly, and occasionally I'll use it as a base if I have a bunch of patterns going on it. All right, I'm ready to commit. I'm happy with the look I'm getting. And now my dogs are barking. Hopefully that won't be too disruptive in the background. So I had to go off and help someone at the retreat take care of some stuff here. And then I came back. So I'm trying to make that work. Use up that paper, but it wasn't quite right. Now, the one thing about this wavy paper, I love it. It works really great on water layouts. I have it in, I think I have it in black and then this light blue, but it's a little bit harder to use adhesive on because it's so textured. But I love tearing it for water pictures and things like that. So I think I got it at a scrapbook expo. They had some, and I bought quite a bit of it at the time. But I'm getting down to the last pieces. I put the wrong picture on that paper. So and then because that one's up in the corner, I think I'm going to use red on it and trim it in red just to balance out the instances of red on the 2-page layout. So if you do chronological scrapbooking, I really love making these calendar pages. I do have a video somewhere in my playlist where I am showing you almost a full set of calendar pages. It does get challenging. That I've probably done 4 or 5 sets of them to come up with something new for July, for example, because I always want to do red, white, and blue for July. I've done rainbows for March, all sorts of stuff. Sometimes it's just a color theme, and sometimes it's more themey. I've done tombstones for October. I've done spiders for October using a circle cutter. And this was my July with the little banner and then the little pockets. So now I have this sticker sheet, old Creative Memories sprinkle sticker sheet, and I'm just going to, again, to tie in the 2 pages, I'm going to add a couple of those sprinkles on both pages. Looks like I got a little distracted there on my computer, but I'm back. So I'm just putting some on the July 4th square and then on one of the banners, and that's so that you can see similar stuff on both pages. And I'm just using that banner. I think I would prefer it if I lowered that banner a little bit, that border strip, and had a little bit more of it showing there at the bottom. Not sure if I do that, but I may go back and change it. Just pull it down about a 1/4 of an inch more or 1/2 an inch more. I think that might look a little better. Hide less of it. And that sticker just says July, 4th of July. And I didn't really need to do a title on this since it feels like a 2-page layout. And I added some buttons. Here I've pulled some buttons, so I'm going to add some of those. And when I use buttons, I like to use glue dots. And usually mini glue dots are the right size for most buttons. So just adding some of those in there. making a few adjustments. Yeah, I definitely think that that red strip could use some breathing room, so I'm going to go make that adjustment before I put this in an album. And I didn't need the letters. I thought I might use the letters. There's not really room for it with 4 big photos on there. And now we'll do some close-ups. Please give this video a thumbs up. I love making patriotic layouts. I probably need to buy some more supplies for that because I have several more July 4th layouts to do from this year. But thanks a lot for hanging out in my space to craft, y'all.